Hey guys, it's the Supreme Swordsman here, and today I really wanted to talk about My Hero Academia Chapter 31. So I know at this point that's pretty far behind, and it's really not up to date with what's going on right now, but I really want to talk about it because I'm currently getting caught up to it, and it has been so good so far, and I've been really enjoying it. But this chapter 31 is just one of those chapters where it really stuck out to me as being just a really good chapter, and I thought that it was worth talking about because a lot of really important stuff happened with Todoroki and Deku, and even a little bit of Bakudo in there too. So it had a lot of really good stuff there. So I really want to talk about that for a minute and just dissect the greatness of what happened in that chapter because it was just a really great chapter for all fans of My Hero Academia. So pretty much where we left off, we got to see Deku and Todoroki talking like in the Coliseum, after the second battle in that tournament they're having, and so they're kind of on the side talking before the next stage of the tournament starts, and Todoroki pretty much tells Deku the truth about everything about him, really, about his quirk, about how he got it, about why he doesn't use that side of his body with the fire, which I believe is his left side, because the whole story we really wanted to know why he didn't use it and like why he had that burn on his eye. For a while, I kind of thought maybe it was just because of his quirk itself. Maybe that was just why he had it. And then the second thing I thought is why he had it was just because maybe he burnt someone by accident or burnt himself, and that's why he decided he's never going to use that side of that of his quirk before because he doesn't want to hurt people. That was my prediction. I thought that was going to be the reason why he wasn't using it, but in that talk he had with Deku when he explained what happened with his mom and Evandor, which I'll get more into in a second, we find out why he doesn't use that power, and I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was a really good approach to it. So let's backtrack a little bit and start off with the conversation with All Might and Evandor. So obviously we know All Might's the number one hero. He is the best hero. He's been number one for a really long time, but Evandor number two has been pretty much right up there with him the whole time, and he has the quirk of fire, obviously, as we've seen, and we also heard earlier in the story that he is the father of Todoroki. So that's what we know about him so far. And coming into this chapter, we didn't really get much dialogue of him yet, so I was really hoping coming in that he would be a really cool character and I'd really like him because I like this quirk, but really he was just an asshole. I mean, he was an asshole all around. He was an asshole to All Might. You could tell he was just jealous that he wasn't number one, and you could tell that, him always being number two is just eating at him, and I think that because of that, obviously, it's going and it's hurting Todoroki too because he's making Todoroki be the guy to succeed All Might because he can't do it, and so pretty much what's going on is he pretty much admits that the reason why he had Todoroki in the first place was just so he could beat All Might, which is really like dark and just a terrible thing for him to do as a father. And not only that, but you also find out that the only reason he is with Todoroki's mom in the first place was because he wanted Todoroki to have a strong quirk, which is really something I didn't really think about getting into this series, was how people probably would mate and be with each other just for the purpose of quirks. And it's actually really smart in a way, but it's really cold that like that's the reason why people got together was just for they can enhance people's quirks and have nice quirks that get passed down through generations in the family. And it was just really dark. This whole chapter had a really dark tone to it, but it was really good. And hearing Todoroki and him saying that, the reason why he wants to be the number one hero is for he can prove to his dad and to himself that he can be the best without using the left side, that side that he regrets so much that he has. And, finding out that his mom, was so hurt all the time because of, Evandor and the life they lived. And not only that, but because of, what happened, she put that boiling water in his face, and that's why he has that scar, which the whole time I thought the reason he had it, like I said earlier, was because he accidentally burned himself, or his dad burnt him, or something in that, range of what I thought was going to happen. But I was really into this chapter. There's just so many good things happening in this chapter. So now we really know a lot about Deku and Todoroki as rivals now, because at this point, Deku's main rival was really Bakudo, and even Ida had a little bit against him too. but Todoroki never really had too much with him at this point. But now that Todoroki is really, seeing that All Might has a lot similar to Deku, and obviously Todoroki has a big grudge against All Might because of what happened with his father. Now he kind of feels like it's his job to take out Deku, because he is kind of the successor to All Might, and and Todoroki is kind of the successor to his father. So because of that, those two are obviously going to clash a lot. And I think it was just really cool. I think it was really cool how Bakudo was actually listening to this conversation. Even though he had no dialogue in that whole scene right there, the fact that he was there I thought was really good for the story. Just because I think it kind of will humble him a little bit as a character. Because at this point in the series, I really don't like him too much as a character. I think he will get better, but I really just don't really enjoy Bakudo's character too much. I think he doesn't have what it really takes to be a hero because of how you know, bad of a guy he is. Honestly, I just don't think he's that great of a character yet. But we'll see how he goes. But going back to the main thing, so now we know why Todoroki fights, and we know the reason he wants to do it is for his mom and his dad and all the stuff that happened in his past with All Might and the quirk. So we know that, and then also we get another we get Deku telling us again about how the reason why he wants his quirk is, the reason he wants to be the number one hero is because he wants to not have to have everyone help him the way everyone had to save him before. So he's pretty much doing it for himself and for the fact that he can help other people. So it's not as heroic as a scene as Todoroki is, but that's what he wants to do. So I just think it's a really awesome thing they got going there between those two characters now. I think it's really cool how we just really got a lot more of the story in this chapter, and it was just really good to get all that stuff in. But not only did we get that, which was so great, and just something I just had to talk about, but we also get more about this tournament coming up, and we know that now there's gonna be one-on-one battles, which I'm so excited to see. I really hope Deku goes against Bakudo or Deku goes against Todoroki. One of those two fights would be really cool. I want to see more of the people from Class B because they have been some pretty cool characters, and I think that in this upcoming arc we're gonna see a lot more about those characters, the side characters from Class A and Class B that we've seen, and we've seen their quirks, but we don't really know too much about them yet. They haven't really had a chance to shine. I think with this tournament coming up, this is a perfect time to have them shine. A lot like the way Naruto was in the Chunin exam arcs, how all those characters, really had a chance to, develop in that part of the series. So I really hope that they kind of take that same, approach to this in My Hero Academia. So those are the things I'm really looking forward to. I know this is kind of just like a lot of rambling about this chapter. I just have a lot of thoughts about this chapter, and I just thought it was a really good chapter. I loved the setup it brought to this whole series. It was just really good. Learning more about Deku, learning more about Todoroki, and the number two and the one hero, All Might, and Evan Dora. So getting more about them is awesome too. It's just really good to get more character development, and My Hero Academia is just getting so good, and I can't wait to get caught up and to get more deep into the series because I'm really enjoying it. But 31 was just a really good chapter, and I had to stop to review it and just talk about it. One more thing I thought was really funny before I leave was the whole how all the girls from Class A had to do the cheerleading for the next competition, which was really funny because you could tell none of them wanted to do it, and it was just funny. But so this chapter really had everything. It had humor, it had great setup. It showed us so much more of the world and answered a lot of questions for Todoroki and for All Might, and it was just a really good chapter altogether. I know it's an old chapter, but I really just want to talk about it. So let me know what you guys think about this chapter. Was it one of your favorite chapters so far in the series? And what do you think about this upcoming arc? If you're someone who's only watching the anime, or if you're someone who hasn't, or just reading it like me and just haven't got up to date with everything yet. I'm just really excited for this arc, and I really can't wait to see what's gonna happen with all these characters. So that's pretty much all I have today. My Hero Academia, chapter 31, really great chapter. Really enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys soon.